Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're headed to the Andes Mountains in South America.
To Peru specifically.
Right, to Peru.
To this incredible city, Machu Picchu.
This lost city of stone, built high up in the Andes.
A really amazing place. And we're going to learn some advanced English vocabulary along the way.
Yeah, so who discovered this place?
So it's this guy named Hiram Bingham back in 1911.
Wow, so over 100 years ago.
Yeah, like a real-life Indiana Jones. He was actually a professor at Yale.
Interesting.
And there are stories about him trying to clear the jungle around Machu Picchu with fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, trying to reveal more of the city.
I guess back then they didn't know as much about preservation.
Exactly. But let's talk about Machu Picchu itself. Why is it so amazing?
I mean, just look at the pictures. It's built on top of a mountain.
It's incredible, so inaccessible, and it's not just the location.
Yeah, the Incas were amazing engineers.
They quarried stones from faraway mountains, transported them up these steep slopes.
And without modern tools. How do they do that?
We can only imagine each stone is cut and fitted so perfectly.
Truly an enduring monument.
A phrase that really captures the essence of this place.
It makes you think, what was it like to live there?
It was the brainchild of the Inca ruler, Pachacuti.
Brainchild? You mean he designed it?
Exactly. It was his vision brought to life. This incredible city hidden high in the Andes.
And it stood for centuries. So much work must have gone into building it.
Work. That's a really interesting word to think about.
How so?
Well, it can mean so many things depending on the context.
I guess so. I mean, in this case, it's about building a city, creating something.
Leaving your mark on the world.
So what kind of work did the people of Machu Picchu do?
What drove them? What was their purpose?
We have so many questions. And maybe some answers. But we'll get to those later in the deep dive.
It's fascinating, right? How the meaning of work can shift depending on who you ask.
Yeah, for some people, it's about earning money to survive.
Exactly. But for the Inca, building Machu Picchu, it was more than that.
It was about creating something that would last.
An enduring monument. And there's that word again.
Enduring.
Yeah, it's a powerful word. And it reminds us that this place, Machu Picchu, has survived for centuries.
And it's still standing, still inspiring awe. Just like the word inaccessible.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, we talked about how it's physically inaccessible.
High up in the mountains.
Yeah, but I was thinking about how the word can be used in other ways, like information that's inaccessible.
Ah, I see what you mean. Like secrets.
Exactly. Or emotions that are hard to reach. It's a word with so many layers.
That's the beauty of language, isn't it? One word can express so many different ideas.
And speaking of expressing ideas, let's talk about brainchild again.
Ah, yes. Pachacuti's brainchild.
It really highlights his vision, his creativity.
Machu Picchu was his idea, his creation.
And it changed the landscape, literally.
It shaped the mountains.
And it also shaped our understanding of the Inca.
Even though we still don't know exactly what it was used for.
Was it a palace? A temple? A fortress?
A site of great mystery.
And site is another interesting word.
It has so many meanings, depending on how you use it.
Like a construction site or a website.
Or in this case, an archaeological site. A place of historical importance.
Which brings us back to the Inca and their ability to adapt.
They had to adapt to the mountains.
To the climate. To the challenges of building something so grand.
And yet they did it. Their work endured.
It's inspiring, isn't it?
It makes you think about our own work, our own challenges.
And how we can overcome them with hard work and determination.
Like learning a new language. It takes effort.
It takes dedication. But the rewards are worth it.
Just like the rewards of visiting Machu Picchu.
Or even just learning about it.
Expanding our horizons.
Thinking about the connections between words, ideas, and history.
It's all connected.
You know, all this talk about Machu Picchu, it's really got me thinking about language.
Oh, how so?
Well, it's kind of like an enduring monument, too.
Interesting thought. What do you mean?
Like, even though languages change, they still hold pieces of the past.
Yeah, I see that. Words carry history with them.
Exactly. Like, take the word citadel, for example.
A citadel. It makes
Yeah.
you think of fortresses.
Yeah, like a strong place that's built for protection.
And even though we don't really build citadels anymore, the words still mean something to us.
It reminds us that people have always needed safety and security.
And some words feel as inaccessible as Machu Picchu itself.
True. If you don't know the language or the culture, some words can seem like a secret code.
But the more you learn, the more you can understand.
It's like you're unlocking new levels of meaning.
Exactly. You're building up your vocabulary, giving yourself more tools to use.
And that brings us back to work.
Work.
Yeah, we were talking about how it can be about more than just a job.
Right. It can be about purpose and leaving something behind.
And I think that applies to learning a language too.
It definitely takes work. Dedication.
But the rewards are huge. It opens up so many new possibilities.
You can connect with people from all over the world.
You can understand different cultures. So to everyone listening, I say this: keep learning, keep exploring.
Don't be afraid to try new things and challenge yourself.
Because there's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered. Just like Machu Picchu.
And who knows, maybe one day you'll even get to visit it yourself.
Until then, keep those brains working and those vocabularies growing.